Hello, Monica McCusker here to present my thesis titled Reenactment: Resolving Social Conflict Through Historical Perspectives. Through my thesis, I'm going to try and establish that though not all conflicts can be resolved through reenactment, I want to show that experiential learning through historical reenactment can be an effective strategy for conflict resolution. And I'm going to try and support that with these reasons. It can reveal multiple perspectives of social differences. It can challenge the participants to take responsibility for the consequences of past actions, be it their own or society's. And it can broaden the range of choices for more effective decision making in everyday life. What I'm hoping to show for this is that by bringing people together from different backgrounds, they can work together in order to find a good win-win situation that satisfies all of their needs. By participants who take responsibility for their actions of conflict, in order to find peace, they are able to empathize with the other party and move forward and try and continue that reconciliation effort. Broadening the range of choices happens when lawmakers, policymakers, administrators are able to look back at what was done before, taking into account all of the environmental and social situations at that time, and then maybe having to change or amend the laws or policies in order to better reflect the current society's needs. There are many different types of conflict: cultural differences, distrust, resource scarcity, and along with those, there are different types of conflict resolution methods. All of these, the best ones, are finding peace through nonviolent methods, such as negotiation, compromise, arbitration, etc. What I'm going to try and show with my paper is that reenactment, as part of experiential learning, reliving the past events in an attempt to restore the original emotions present during the initial event, meaning that you're immersed into that situation, trying to relive, recreate that experience. History is the most popular thing that people think of with that because history is going on all the time. And it's easy to record. However, accuracy is important because somebody may see it from one way, another person may see it from a different way. Getting all of those perspectives together is what makes the whole picture and gives you a broader, more fair representation of the actual event. It's used in science and math classes already because students are recreating experiments that produce wonderful products, medical technology, medical wonders of drugs, etc. And math problem-solving skills are honed by students bringing together all of their different strengths in order to find the solution to the problem. But it's not just for use in classrooms or the battlefield. It can also be used in therapy practices, trying to find help for people or groups who have internalized conflicts. Courts of law use it to bolster testimony through computer simulation or reenacting of the crime or whatever conflict that happened. Social gaming is important because it's a form of reenactment, because a lot of the games are made based on previous events, the sports events or battles, actual historic battles. And yet they still build in areas where people can make their own decisions in order to try and find the solution, the goal that's saving the day, so to speak. And they can use, by interactive methods, use the skills from other people as well, and negotiate the final resolution that they have to do for whatever product it is. Public administrators, as I mentioned earlier, can take the laws that were made earlier and 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 100 years ago, and amend those to make it more appropriate for today's society. With the diversity and the global entities that we're working with, it's important for them to constantly adapt those to make them better and avoid conflict. There are limitations for reenactment to be used as a conflict resolution method. There could be resistance to compromise on both sides of the party, so that makes it difficult for any kind of resolution method. Types of conflict can matter, and I'm going to be looking into how that can be resolved, possibly. It's also the potential of inaccuracy of information. If you don't have the right information, it's difficult to prove one way or the other in order to get the facts straight. So my goal is to try and show that experiential learning is important for um, conflict solutions, resolution. And I thank you for your time, and I look forward to receiving your comments.